Ever feel like you're kind of stuck on autopilot? Just going through the motions, not really the one calling the shots in your own life.
Yeah, yeah.
Today's deep dive with Bruce Lipton, this might be the aha moment we need.
Oh, absolutely. Lipton's work is all about that. It's like
Yeah.
he pulls back the curtain on this whole hidden operating system we're all running on.
Hidden operating system. Okay, love the analogy, but break it down for me. What's the tech talk version of this?
So Lipton's big thing is the subconscious.
Right.
It's running the show way more than we realize. Like he throws out this number, 95% of our day. That's the subconscious.
At 95%, come on. I mean, I like to think I make a few conscious decisions before noon.
You do. But it's more like those decisions, they're often influenced by stuff we picked up way back when. And I'm talking way back. Lipton says most of this programming happened before we were 7 years old.
Evan, seriously, we were like knee-deep in crayons and juice boxes. What could we possibly have downloaded that's still running the show now?
It's not so much about what you learned, more like what you absorbed. Think of your subconscious like a hard drive. And back then, it was recording everything, your parents' beliefs, how they reacted to stuff, even just the vibe of your childhood home. It all went in.
Okay, that is both fascinating and kind of creepy. So I'm basically a walking, talking replay of my childhood.
In a way, yeah. But here's where Lipton takes it to a whole other level.
Yeah.
He's saying our mind isn't just playing back old tapes. It's got the power to actually change our biology. Like which genes get switched on and off. Our mind's got a say in that.
Wait, hold up. Are you saying our thoughts can actually change our biology? That's a bold claim.
It is, but Lipton's got the receipts. He did this wild study, right? Genetically identical cells, same DNA, the whole shebang.
Okay, so what do you do?
Put them in different environments. And guess what? Depending on where they landed, those cells could become muscle, bone, you name it, even fat.
Get out of here. You're saying their environment, not their genes, determined what they became.
It throws this whole idea of genetic determinism out the window, right? Like we're not just puppets of our DNA. We've got way more agency than we think. Our minds are crazy powerful.
So if we're not just victims of our genes, how does this play out in everyday life? Why does all this subconscious programming matter so much?
It matters because of stress. Our bodies, you see, they're kind of hardwired for these short bursts of stress. Like imagine our ancestors, right? They stumble across this saber-toothed tiger, bam, that's fight or flight time.
Makes sense. Adrenaline surge. Got to make a split-second decision. Doesn't really apply to my morning commute, though.
Exactly. And that's the problem. Our bodies, they haven't quite caught up to modern life. We're not outrunning predators every day, but our bodies are still reacting like we are. All that constant low-grade stress, it throws everything out of whack.
So you're saying all those deadlines, the overflowing inbox, that's basically sending my body into a constant state of tiger.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
And it's not just in your head. It's in your cells. Stress hormones, they're powerful stuff. They actually suppress your immune system.
Hold on, seriously, stress hormones can mess with my immune system. No wonder I always get sick after a huge project at work. It all makes sense now.
It's like your body thinks, look, we're in survival mode here. No time to be fighting off a cold. It prioritizes.
Wild. Okay, so if stress is like this big glitch in the system, what's the upgrade? How do we start to reprogram that?
Well, it's not as easy as just slapping on a happy face and calling it a day.
Yeah.
Positive thinking helps, don't get me wrong. But this is deeper. We got to go in and rewire those subconscious patterns.
All right, I'm listening. Give me the cheat codes to reprogram my mind. What's Lipton got?
He's got a few tricks up his sleeve. One of them is self-hypnosis.
Hypnosis. Okay, now we're talking. Although I should probably confess, I don't actually own a pocket watch.
Huh. No worries. You won't need one. It's not about that. It's about tapping into this natural hypnotic state our brains go into right before we fall asleep.
Wait a minute. You're saying we can actually reprogram our minds while we sleep. Okay, that's next level stuff. Tell me more. How do we do it?
Think guided meditations or affirmations. Even just audiobooks, but stuff related to, the changes you want to make. You play that as you're drifting off. It kind of bypasses that whole conscious mind gatekeeper and speaks directly to the subconscious.
Sneaking in the back door while the guards are down. I like it.
That else.
Then there's good old-fashioned habit repetition. Sounds kind of boring compared to hypnosis, but don't underestimate it.
So fake it till you make it actually has some science behind it. Yep. Repetition is key. It's about rewiring those neural pathways. Think of it like creating a trail in the woods. The more you walk it, the more defined that path becomes, right? Same idea here. Consistency is where it's at.
So small steps, repeated over time. Got it. But what about something a little more, I don't know, cutting edge?
Lipton's also a big proponent of something called energy psychology.
Energy psychology. Okay, that sounds both intriguing and a little intimidating. What exactly is it?
So energy psychology, it's kind of wild, right? It's all about working with the body's energy systems to shift those deep-seated beliefs.
Mhm.
Like, it bypasses the whole conscious mind chatter and goes right to the source.
Okay, you're going to have to break that down for me. What does that even look like in practice? Give me an example.
All right, so Lipton, he talks about this simple arm-crossing exercise. Basically, you cross your arms, move them back and forth in a specific way, and get this, it helps integrate the two hemispheres of your brain.
Wait, hold up. You're telling me something as simple as crossing my arms can have that kind of impact on my brain?
That's what Lipton says. It's like by doing this physical movement, you're creating more harmony between the logical side and the emotional side of your brain. And that can help you learn new stuff faster, reprogram those limiting beliefs. It's pretty cool stuff. And this is just one example.
Wow. Okay, so much to unpack here.
Right. And the thing is, Lipton doesn't just stop at the individual level. He takes this whole idea of programming and connects it to, well, the entire freaking world.
Okay, now we're going big picture. I'm into it. Tell me more.
It's like all that competition out there, the fear, the whole dog-eat-dog mentality. Lipton saying that's learned behavior, man. It's not how it has to be.
You're blowing my mind here. So you're saying we're all running around with these like fear-based programs downloaded from who knows where,
Yeah.
and that's creating all this chaos.
Exactly. But here's the good news, right? Once you become aware of the programming, you can choose to rewrite it. We have way more power than we think, both individually and collectively.
It's like we were given this incredible piece of technology, but no one ever gave us the instruction manual.
100%. And one of the biggest areas where we need to reclaim our power, our health. Lipton is all about questioning the narratives we're fed, especially when it comes to our well-being.
So we're talking about going beyond just blindly following doctor's orders.
Think of it this way, right? Modern medicine.
Yep.
Amazing for acute care. You break a bone, you get an infection, they can patch you right up.
Yeah.
But when it comes to chronic stuff, a lot of times it's more about managing symptoms than actually getting to the root cause.
And that's where this all ties in. Our beliefs, our stress, that whole internal environment we keep talking about.
Ding, ding, ding. You got it.
Yeah.
Lipton would say those thoughts, those beliefs, they're not just floating around in your head. They have a direct impact on your cells, immune system, gene expression, the whole 9 yards.
It all comes back to that mind-body connection. It's not just about positive thinking. It's about understanding how deeply connected our minds and bodies really are and using that to heal.
Yes. And speaking of healing, Lipton takes it even further. He talks about this idea of a chemistry of culture.
Chemistry of culture. Okay, that one's new. I'm going to need you to unpack that for me.
Basically, he's saying that different cultures, they tend to have different, like, predominant health issues, right?
Like,
And yeah, there's diet and lifestyle and all that. But Lipton's arguing that a big part of it is the collective belief systems within those cultures.
so it's like our shared beliefs, our fears, even our hopes and dreams, it's all contributing to this like energy field that influences our well-being.
Exactly. And this is where things get really wild. Because if you can shift your own beliefs, you actually contribute to shifting that larger field too. It's like a ripple effect.
Okay, stop. My brain is exploding over here. Just imagine if we could harness all that collective energy, what we could achieve.
Right. And that's the heart of Lipton's message, right? Knowledge is power. The more we understand about how our minds and bodies work, how our beliefs shape our reality, the more we can consciously create the lives and the world we want to live in.
You know, we've covered so much ground here today. Subconscious programming, epigenetics, stress, even this whole chemistry of culture thing.
Yeah.
It's amazing how much Lipton packs into his work.
He does. And, he takes it even a step further. This idea that we're not just physical beings, we're spiritual beings having a human experience. He even throws out there that this life right here, right now, it might actually be heaven. We've just forgotten how to experience it that way.
Okay, well, hold on. That's a lot to process. If this is heaven, why does it feel so, well, not like heaven sometimes?
Oh, for sure. Lipton doesn't shy away from the hard stuff. The challenges, the darkness, that's all part of being human. But he emphasizes that we have a choice in how we respond to it all. We can get sucked into the fear, the separation, or we can choose to see this life as an opportunity for growth, for connection, for love.
So even when it's tough, we still have a choice. But how do we actually make that choice, especially when we're so used to operating on autopilot?
Awareness.
Yeah.
That's the key that unlocks everything. Recognizing those subconscious programs running in the background, questioning the stories we've been told, and then making conscious choices that line up with who we truly want to be.
So coming full circle here, it really is about rewriting the code of our lives. Powerful stuff.
It is. And now you know the secrets, the tools, the insights, it's all there. Now the real journey begins. What will you create?